Okay. All right. This might have actually worked. I figured it out without him. I think. Maybe not. It looks like it did. It looks like it did. So, you won't be seeing Papa Bear today because he's missing in action. And welcome to What's the DD, the channel that specializes in bringing you things that fall before they fall. And that's pretty easy. Just watch what I pick and you might have a good idea. So let's take a look. We got a lot to go over today. We're going to be talking about the fact that my portfolio is starting to resemble the Wall Street Bets subreddit. It just kind of came out of nowhere. I started with BlackBerry, getting in on that. On the last stream, I think we talked about that. And then Clean Energy Group, CLNE, popped in there. And then next thing you know, it was all over the place. I don't know. Sundial, Vuzi, I don't remember if that's in there or not. Space, SPCE, and Nokia, and BlackBerry, and BlackBerry again. What? No. Bed Bath and Beyond and BlackBerry. So yeah, so a good portion of them. It's a little scary when I'm looking at picks right now and saying to myself, "Oh no, I don't want to get involved in that. That just looks a little bit too risky." And then I look at my portfolio and it looks like it's one big collage of meme stocks. I don't know. Anyways, moving on. Let's see. We are talking about Klein, CLNE, Clean Energy Fuels Corp. So, a couple of reasons why. So it got me to thinking. You hear a lot of people that are saying, yes, buy all, Papa Bear, buy all. It got me to thinking why. So everyone's always asking, why did this move? And if it's a meme stock, then in general, everyone knows that there is no reason why it moved that is that fits the standard model, I guess you could say. I guess that's one way to look at it. And so if you see something like AMC went up some crazy amount, let's take a look here. Oh, interesting. Ooh, scary. But so AMC goes up, really high, and they're like, what was the news? That was June 2nd. Let's see, what was the June 2nd news on AMC? Maybe it wasn't June 2nd that it really started. I guess it really started on May 21st. Maybe the 25th, we could call it. So let's go back. So much. There's so much news in here. Is there a press release from AMC? Oh, they sold stock, right? Isn't that what happened? 25th. Thinking about buying stock. Okay. Thinking about buying stock. Updated class action lawsuit against two. Robinhood. Okay. AMC Planet 13 Holdings. So we're talking about that the other day. The Met. Yeah, see, I'm not seeing any. There's no like, hey, this is what the company said. There's other reasons why. But the real reason why, and it has always been, is it's not what the news is. It's what's the status of the memes. What's the meme situation? If you're seeing like a bunch of crazy, awesome memes, then yeah, if you see a Kevin Klein meme right now for clean energy, then yeah, I mean if it's a good quality meme, I might have to buy some. I mean that's what happened, really, right? I'm sitting here watching. See if I can get to it without. It's dangerous to show things from Wall Street Bets. Let's just say it's. I say a lot of things that are extremely insensitive.
Are you?
But I don't know. I mean, it's worth it, right? Let's mute that, and who knows what you're gonna see. I don't know what this is even for. What stock is this? I don't know what stock this is. Gotta hold it though. strong numbers, hold the line, buy the dip. Okay. Yeah, that's not pointing me in a direction. Skip that one. Let's see. This is the one that got me on Klein. Realistically, this is what happened, you know. And keep in mind, we got Horse Rider in the Discord brought up the other day the carbon credits, some carbon credit stocks that we'll get to next. And then all of a sudden, this thing comes out of nowhere. And I mean, it's got a great meme going on. I mean, this is impressive. You know, this is a high quality broadcast right here. I don't know if these guys all dressed up or, you know, if they know each other or if they found each other on Craigslist. But it's great acting, and it fits the situation perfectly. You know, it's running around all crazy. What's next? And this seems like valuable information that they just kind of skimmed by right there. Dude got an eyeball back, so maybe that's like a sign of EYOS eyes. Is that EYOS? I think is what it was. So yeah, I don't know how much of that to show without getting in trouble, but the bottom line is buy Klein. Oh, there it is. June 18th. Okay. Okay. So there's some stuff going on with this ticker here. Do they know? Who knows? You know, what's going to happen? They're going to get some kind of thing in the news from this thing rising up, and they're going to go, why? Why did it rise up? And they're going to go, we don't know. We don't know anything about it. And then they'll probably sell some shares. Hasn't been doing great, but at the same time, we got the 200 right here that it looks like it's crossed. I don't know if it's gonna keep on that trend or not, but I'm betting that it does. In fact, I'm betting that it goes up pretty good. Let's see. Slightly negative. 400% loss on the, but slightly negative is a company. Not too bad. Not too bad. They're not really profitable yet, but they're on the verge. We got a while to earnings, so that shouldn't come into play and get in our way on any of this nonsense. The only thing that I think we need to worry about is the Pirates of the Caribbean meme that we have to deal with. We have this dude YOLO'd like 70 grand or whatever. Went all in on this because he's got that much confidence. And hey, if he's got that much confidence, then you know maybe I can too. I'm liking this right here after this. It's nice and long and showing a lot of promise. And then so we also have they have a deal, I guess. So these guys, this Clean Energy Fuels Corp, struck a deal with Amazon. So they're taking like methane and stuff. Let's see. Oh, we gotta do the thing since it's just me. I gotta do everything around here. I gotta click all the buttons, say all the things. Clean Energy Fuels Corp engages in the provision of natural gas as an alternative fuel for vehicle fleets in the United States and Canada. It also builds and operates compressed natural gas and liquefied natural gas. Vehicle fueling stations manufacture CNG and LNG equipment and technologies and deliver more CNG and LNG vehicle fuel. The company was founded by T. Boone Pickens and Andrew J. Littlefair in 1996. If you would have told me those two names and told me that this was founded in like 1796, I would totally believe you. I'm just saying. T. Boone Pickens and Andrew J. Littlefair sound like some old school gangsters. So 1996, not 1796, but I'd believe it. And it's headquartered in Newport Beach, California. I don't know how many companies are headquartered in Newport Beach, but one heck of a place to be to have as your headquarters. It's a nice little location right there. So we got that, right? We also have the fact that there is a potential gamma squeeze on the 18th. I guess the options expire on the 19th, I think it is. And a whole bunch of them expire at around 13, I think it is. So it's just got to get up to around there to cause a squeeze, I think. I'm not 100% on this. You're not financial. I'm not a financial advisor. Don't trust me. Don't trust the screen. Don't trust anybody. But believe in yourself. We're all counting on you. Anyways, this is for entertainment purposes only, and that's my whole spiel. That's it. That's it right there. Now, Amazon and these guys have a deal that they have made. It's new. Maybe it's in there. There we go. So April 19th, they sign a deal with Amazon. Clean Energy Fuels Corp, NASDAQ, CLNE today announced it has signed an agreement with Amazon, NASDAQ, AMZN, to provide low and negative carbon renewable natural gas, RNG. The fuel will be provided at 27 existing clean energy fueling stations and another 19 non-exclusive, new or upgraded clean energy owned stations that Clean Energy expects to be constructed by the end of the year. The new and existing stations will provide RNG in 15 different states. So I don't know if it goes on to say this, but I guess a lot of these locations, from what I hear, I think on Reddit, are by Amazon warehouses. So they've already been building close to that. And this whole play is on natural gas for the trucking industry. So electric cars, still good. Electric car, good. And electric car make people go around places. Wait. Yes. No. What? Read it like a commercial. Yes, it is a commercial for CLNE, Clean Energy Fuels Corp, bringing you the cleanest energy that is available from our pumps. Yeah, fair enough. Anyways, so they're building these things around the Amazon plants. You got EV cars powering the people around. You're going to have some electrical trucks too as well. But in the meantime, trucking industry needs the natural gas. Needs the clean natural gas. It's to save the planet. I don't know if you've seen Lost, but the save the cheerleader, save the world. So similar kind of thing going on here, I think. We could dive into that later. But end of the day, these guys look to be getting it done. And even if they're not getting it done, even if we don't go off of the news, we got the memes. We have the memes. And it's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. Wait till the new memes come out. I mean, you're going to see the best memes, I think. It's a war. Yeah. There's a few people in the runnings here. And look, it's jumped to number 3. So BlackBerry did overtake AMC. GME got pushed down pretty low here. Clove's coming up too and did some good gains today, but I wasn't watching that. I think 26% or something. Oh, for the day. Jeez, I don't sense. Heck is there we go. 30%. Jeez, look at that. That's crazy. Yeah. So there is that to consider. There's a deal that they have with Chevron. Clean Energy extends Adopt a Port initiative to reduce emissions. Adoption. Everybody loves adoption. Port Beach, California. Adopt a port. So guess they're gonna make the ports nicer. Yeah, I don't know. Seems like fluff, maybe. Clean Energy links new deal to meet growing demand for low carbon, sustainable, renewable natural gas. Power more trucking and transit fleet. Refuse. Transit fleets to lessen the climate impact of greenhouse gas. Bad. Greenhouse gas is bad. RNG gas. Good. Clean energy gas. Good. At least that's what everybody seems to think. That, and I think there's potential for a short squeeze, which everybody loves. There's all the other fun stuff that comes along with this, including impressive due diligence on the site if you're willing to get your eyes dirty and go through the motions and take a look at that. And then on top of that, There's, I mean, just the fact that you got the deal with Amazon, options expiring, the chart, all these things combined. Look at that monster. It looks like a monster. Looks scary. Normally I'd see something like that and be like, I don't want to deal with it. But I mean, I don't know. The Pirates of the Caribbean thing sold me. Okay. That's what happened. Thankfully I didn't buy into it and YOLO everything. I mean, might have taken a loan out on my couch, but I don't think that guy cares too much that gave me the money for it. So anyways, that is CLNE. And I did want to mention about the people. Let's see if we can go down. A press kit. That's not what we want. We want the executive BIOS. This is what we want. Okay, Andrew Littlefair. There's two people involved in this. Boone Pickens and Andrew Littlefair. Clean energy is working to change the way America fuels their vehicles. Energy independence is an undisputed goal for our nation, and we at Clean Energy know just how realistic and attainable that goal is. Andrew Littlefair, President and CEO, Clean Energy Fuels Corporation. So one of two things is going on here. Just on face value from Andrew is either one, right? He's just saying what he has to say so that we, agree that he's the good guy in this and not the villain pushing fossil fuels around. Or actually they're taking like cow poop and stuff and extracting the methane into a natural gas. It's actually really cool. So there's that, the potential that he is dealing with some nonsense and a little shady, maybe, because a lot of these guys, they're a little shady, right? Or Andrew isn't only drinking the Kool-Aid, he made the Kool-Aid, right? Or maybe he didn't make it, but he's drinking it enough because I think T. Boone is the guy who really made it. But clean energy is working to change the way America fuels their vehicles. Energy independence is an undisputed goal for our nation. And we at Clean Energy know just how realistic and attainable that goal is. And I read that twice for a reason, because that's a powerful statement from Andrew Littlefair, President and CEO. Right? I mean, if he said that, you're working there, would you believe him? Yes, I accept the cookies. If you're not working there and you're considering investing, would you believe him? I kind of believe him. I don't know. Let me see. I don't know. Looks like a nice guy. Looks like a trustworthy guy. Looks like he's taken some hits in life and, he's done pretty well overall and trying to do the right thing. Maybe he was a bad guy previously. Maybe he was a good guy always. I don't know. I don't know the answer to these things. But I do know that we have him, and then we also have, he's not even got to be on the board of directors. I didn't look up Stephen Scully. I don't know anything about him. Truck leasing specialized contract carriage provider. I think he knows what I'm talking about. Where is T. Boone? Why is T. Boone not in the list of people? Because there is another person involved in this, and that is T. Boone. Yes. Mm-hmm. I thought I told you. All right. So that's my wife. She did not know I was streaming because I didn't tell her I was streaming. But I thought I did. I was too busy trying to figure out who T. Boone is. All right, let's copy this real quick. T. Boone Pickens. That is not the most down-to-earth name you've ever heard. T. Boone Pickens Jr. Wait a minute. Yeah, it's got to be Junior because I can't imagine it's Senior. T. Boone Pickens Jr. was an American business magnate and financer. Pickens chaired the hedge fund BP Capital Management. He was a well-known takeover operator and corporate raider during the 1980s. As of November 2016, Pickens had a net worth of $500 million. Okay, so let's make sure we're talking about the same person here. We're talking about Clean Energy Fields Corporation. His 2008 book, The First Billion is the Hardest. You got that right. I don't know if we call him T. Boone or Pickens. Probably one of the two, right? Either T. Boone or Pickens, depending on where you know him. And if not, it's probably Mr. Pickens for like me. So sorry, Mr. Pickens. The first billion is the hardest. Pickens noted a belief in the peak oil theory. He later altered that position, noting technical achievements of the domestic oil and natural gas industries in utilizing horizontal drilling and fracking to unlock shale oil and gas reserves. He called for the construction of more nuclear power plants, the use of natural gas to power the country's transportation systems, and the promotion of alternative energy. Pickens, I guess you call him Pickens, involvement with the natural gas fueling campaign was long running. He formed Pickens Fuel Corporation in 1997 and began promoting natural gas as the best vehicular manslaughter fuel alternative, reincorporated as Clean Energy Fuels Corporation in 2001. The company now owns and operates natural gas fueling stations from British Columbia to Mexico, the U.S. border. Wait, to the Mexico-U.S. border, so not in Mexico. Anyways, yeah. Oh, wait, let's find out. Is he a Democrat or a Republican? He financed George Bush. Okay. Uh-huh. Swift bets. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. Rudy Giuliani. Sorry. That's like, I don't care what side of the political aisle you're on. The idea of this guy becoming our president is unfortunately would not be that surprising, but scary nonetheless. Sorry, Rudy. You're freaky. Let's see here. Solar and wind, blah, 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 blah. So, bottom line is this. Guy comes from oil, moves into fracking. He's going these different alternative directions. Starts this company. This company is doing the alternate natural gas. So I assume that they are collecting their energy carbons, and that's what's next. Nope, that'll be in a minute. We'll go over that in a minute, but what we're going to cover in a second here is the fact that there are there's a carbon credit kind of system. So somebody who's doing like really good for the environment gets like extra credit. Remember back in school, like extra credit? And somebody's doing like really bad has to buy the extra credit from the nerdy kids in the company sphere sector thing, and they buy that, and then they can trade these cap and trade, right? Yeah. Anyways, so they're carbon credits, and it keeps changing hands, and things have been different over the years, but I got a feeling it's back, and Horse Rider had mentioned it in the Discord, and it got me to thinking about it, and then boom, after he mentioned that, this thing comes out of the woodworks, and I just shoved everything else away and was like, funny meme. So anyways, yeah, so there's that. Now I'd like to talk to you about something on a little bit more of a serious note, and that is HOFT, Hooker Furniture Corporation. So this one piqued my interest because of the name, mainly. I did not buy this. Okay, good. Yeah. I did not buy this, but I was interested and decided to look into it a little bit more. It looks like, man, they beat earnings by 271%. They are profitable. They were profitable just barely, but they've continued to be profitable, which for a furniture company, okay, what's that? It's June 2020, so I can't hold that against them. Not a lot of people buying, furniture, I guess, in the middle of an apocalypse. Where's the fall at right there? That to June? Not too bad. And then there's their COVID drop off right there. See, the February 20th drop is right here, but you can see some people were. Anyways, so this is Hooker Furniture Corporation, which we'll tell you a little bit about them here. Without trying to make fun of who they are, I will try and with a straight face read what this says. Let's see. Hooker Furniture Corp is a home furnishings marketing and logistics company. It offers worldwide sourcing of residential case goods, upholstery, as well as domestically produced custom leather and fabric upholstered furniture. The company operates its business through 3 segments: Hooker branded, Home Meridian, and domestic upholstery. Its major case goods product categories include home entertainment, home office, accent, dining and bedroom furniture under the Hooker Furniture brand, and useful furniture sold under the Opus Designs by Hooker brand. Nope. The company designs and markets its furniture both to standalone products and as part of a group of products within multi-piece groups of broader collections offering a unifying style, design, theme, and finish. Its collections include offerings such as Abbott Place, Belladora, Harbor Point, and Sanctuary collections. The company's residential upholstered seating companies include Braddington Young LLC, specialized in upscale motion and stationary leather furniture, and Sam Moore Furniture LLC, a specialist in upscale occasional chairs, settees, and sectional seating, with an emphasis on cover-to-frame customization. Its customers include independent furniture stores, specialty retailers, department stores, catalog and internet merchants, interior designers, and national and regional chains. Hooker Furniture was founded in 1924 and is headquartered in Martinsville, Virginia. Now, once again, I was interested in this stock because of the name. I did not know about the earnings, the increase, which is really good. It is furniture, so I guess it has something to do with the play. But I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest here. I expected something different from the company description and their lines of furniture. I don't see anything resembling why. Let's face it, okay? I was going to make a dumb joke. I'm not going to make the dumb joke, okay? I'm going to say something serious. Let's face it. 100 years into the future, would it really surprise anybody if this was literally a company that made furniture for hookers? I don't know. I mean, ask yourself. With everything that's happened in the last year and a half, 2 years, 3 years of the world currently with all of us in it, would it surprise anybody if I told you this company made furniture for hookers? I'm not saying they don't. I'm saying, would it surprise you if I told you that they do? It wouldn't surprise me. It might surprise you, but it would not surprise me. Now, the truth of the matter is, I'm just going to be honest with everybody here. I'm pretty sure they make furniture for hookers because they buy furniture too. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. That is, I'm not 100% on that, so I may have to make a retraction on that. However, these people appear to just make furniture for everybody, and I assume that the person's family name is actually Hooker. And my guess is it originally comes from the name's probably derived from something to do with cutting meat, or maybe it has with a hook and sew kind of, thing going on. Maybe. Let's see. Hooker Furniture. What do we got here? Online dealer. Can I buy directly from you? All right. So we got a catalog, and they're drop shipping this stuff out, and somebody else is reselling it. So gotta have a seller's permit, get the pricing from them, or worse yet, you got to get the pricing from a distributor, and have to deal with that nonsense. But what I really like to know is about the company. And here we go, company. Let's see. Founded in 1824, Martinsville, VA Hooker Furniture today is one of the most respected and admired home furniture companies in the world. Table looks great. Wouldn't put that chair there. Let's see here. Our dining, bedroom room, home entertainment, home office, and accent furniture is distinguished by beautiful quality craftsmanship and functional features to make your life easier. I don't know. Furniture, society, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay, so I'm not getting anything from that. Let me see. Hooker, last name, meaning. Very careful that we don't type that in wrong. That could get real funky. The name Hooker is part of an ancient legacy of Anglo-Saxon tribes of Britain. The name was taken on by someone who worked as a person, made hooks, or an agricultural worker who used hooks. The surname Hooker is derived from the Old English word hawk, which means hook. And we had Pirates of the Caribbean earlier, which is not the same as Captain Hook, but still, I mean, pirates, you could maybe get to draw. No, I don't know. Anyways, moving on from Hooker Furniture and back on to carbon credits. So here's a list of companies that I was told that I might want to take a peek at in the Discord. And so I have taken a peek at them, and let's see, remember the exact day, but we'll give it about a week or so. So we can actually just pull it up and take a look here. Nope. Moving on. Right there on the 2nd. So that is here. So this has gone up since, to look at it, been trending up. And these guys, Cisco Gold Royalties Ltd operates as an intermediate metal company which engages in mining, exploration. Its assets portfolio includes Malartic, Windfall, and Eleanor royalties. The company was founded on April 29, 2014, and is headquartered in Montreal, Canada. So it's got that going for it. It's out of Canada, and whether we like it or not, Canada good in general. And then the other thing that this has going for it is I guess they are involved in carbon tax credits. That is the word on the street. We'll see. We'll take a look here. Let's go to news maybe. Directors voting results, declare second quarter, strong first quarter, independent proxy, acquisition of Spring Valley royalty portfolio. That might have something to do with that. Disclosure documents. Search their site. Carbon. Oh, that. Okay. So are we seeing it in here? Here we go. Q1, we also progressed our ambition to be the leader in environmental, social, and governance, ESG space, with the publication of our inaugural ESG report, and by entering into an investment and strategic partnership with Carbon Streaming Corporation. The partnership leverages our streaming expertise to fund capital projects that reduce greenhouse gas emissions. So here we go. Same vein. Oh, it's why act now? Yeah. All right, what do we got here? There we go. How streaming carbon credits works. Carbon streaming makes an upfront payment plus ongoing delivery payments for a fixed percentage of future carbon credits earned over the life of the project. So this got really big in 2008 when Obama became president. Yeah, like right at the time that he became, I think it was still anywhere between November to I think February or so, February of 2009 to November 2008, if I remember correctly. I just remember people who were involved in some stocks, and a company I was working for at the time had just gone public, and they everyone was going on about cap and trade and carbon credits and how it's going to be this whole market, and you just got to gobble up all these credits because they're going to be worth something down the road. And I don't know how all that panned out because I didn't really follow along with the story. But I know that now the story is rearing its head again. And you got Carbon Streaming Corp, which appears to be specifically involved in trading carbon credits, right? Because they're paying. So basically, I'm assuming what it means is, let's say a carbon credit is worth $1,000. They're saying, hey, bro, we'll give you $500 today for your carbon credits. And then they sell them tomorrow for $1,000 and they make $500. So they pay $500, make $500. Now that's not the right numbers, of course. But I think that's the most basic idea that you can imagine. And all of these companies are involved. No, I just read that. I don't know which one you want me to save for you, but I'm not saving nothing for you. I'm letting it all out. I got a month's worth of topics, and I'm breezing them all through them. You don't get none. You don't get none of the CLNE, the carbon credits, none of this good stuff. Yep. So I'm talking to Papa Bear, by the way, in case anybody's watching this wondering why the hell I just went a little crazy, which you probably wouldn't surprise you anyways because already there, right? Just need to take a quick peek over here. Everything good there? Everything good there? Good there? Okay. All right, now back to these guys. We got this one, which is heavily involved in this one. So that's interesting. This is interesting. Plus, it appears as though they are also into mining and exploration, which is also not bad. I mean, I think gold in general has been up, right? And everybody always likes gold anyways, silver, all these other things. So it looks like this, the more I'm looking at this, the more I like it. There's a few things that scare me a little bit, and that's, we got charting going on from February the 10th this year, and that's it. That's all we got to go on. And so what does that mean? I don't know what it means. It looks like it lists, goes up, it goes up more, it drops back down, and it's basically right there. I mean, 25 to 30, right? Not even 25, 28 to 32. Pretty safe range that it stayed at for a while. And so it's probably, I don't know, who knows what it's going to do. But this is what we know with all of these things. And I think including CLNE is, well, with CLNE, the news doesn't matter. The memes matter, right? But it's also in this space where the news does matter. And the actions of the administration could matter a lot as well. So if they start talking a lot of favorable positions for carbon credits and all that fun stuff, then I think we might see a lot of these things go. And the odds of them doing that, I don't know, they're not bad. I don't think those odds are bad. Another one we got here on the list is KRBN. Also in this exact same space here. This is Crane Shares Global Carbon ETF. So now we got an ETF of Carbon? Or is it Carbon Companies, I'm guessing? It was Crane shares. That's enough. Okay. Urban, which makes me think of Kerbal Space Program because my kid plays Kerbal Space Program and he loves this stuff. So very good chance. Anyways, the Crane Shares Global Carbon ETF, the fund, seeks to provide a total return that before blah 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 blah. Global carbon allowance market highlights according to the IHS market. As of December 31st, 2020, the global price of carbon was 24.05 per ton of CO2. It is estimated that carbon allowance prices need to reach a range of 50 to 100 per ton of CO2 to achieve the emissions reduction goals of the Paris Agreement. As of December 31st, 2020, the three largest global carbon futures markets, tracked by IHS Markit's Global Carbon Index, had a market size of 260.79 billion. In April 2019, the Financial Times reported that European carbon allowances within the European Union emissions trading system were the world's top performing commodity over the past 2 years. 2019. Okay. China's emissions trading market is expected to launch by end of 2020. Once fully implemented, it will be the largest carbon allowance market in the world, which may provide an additional catalyst for the performance of global carbon allowance market. All right, so let's see. So they're in it. They're long on carbon. It's ETF, so should be a basket of some stuff. Net assets 379 million. Cap. Let's see. Volume slightly higher than average. Prices going up. I don't know. First glance, I like this one. Second glance, I don't know. Don't want to be there for a correction on it. Let's see. We have another here. That is AKCCF. Ugh. Acre Carbon Capture AS. What do you do with that? What is that? Is that a dragon pattern? What is it? I don't know. Acre Carbon Capture AS operates as a holding company. It engages in the provision of products, technology, and solutions within the field of carbon capture, utilization, and storage. So I guess that you could say that's what CLNE is doing, right? CLNE might not be able to do a ticker. Let's try that. I mean, that's basically carbon capture, storage, emissions reduction technology applied across the energy system, blah, blah, blah. So not going to here. Nope. Okay. Try this. To these guys. Oh. promoting the reduction of methane emissions and expanding the use of renewable fuels to displace fossil fuel-based fuels. We share the renewable fuels industry's commitment to providing sustainable renewable energy solutions and offering products with high economic and ecological value by simultaneously replacing fossil fuel-based fuels and reducing overall methane emissions. Our business has a substantial positive environmental impact. We are committed to the sustainable development, deployment, and utilization of RNG to reduce the country's dependence on fossil fuels, in addition to its methane emission benefits. The increased production and use of RNG has several other environmental benefits. Anaerobically, I don't know how to say that word, and I'm going to try it one more time. Anaerobically. Nope. Digested livestock waste produces significantly less odor than conventional storage and land application systems. The odor of stored livestock waste mainly comes from volatile organic acids and hydrogen sulfide, which has a rotten egg smell. So does natural gas. In an anaerobic digester, volatile organic compounds, I think they're just messing with me, are reduced to methane and carbon dioxide, which are odorless gases. The volatilized fraction of hydrogen sulfide is captured with the collected ADG and destroyed. Anaerobic digestion provides several water quality and land conservation benefits as well. Digesters, particularly heated digesters, can destroy more than 90% of disease-causing bacteria that might otherwise enter surface waters and pose a risk to human and animal health. Digesters also reduce biochemical oxygen demand, BOD. BOD is one measure of the potential for organic waste to reduce dissolved oxygen in natural waters because fish and other aquatic organisms need minimal level of dissolved oxygen for survival. Farm practices and reduced BOD protect the health of aquatic ecosystems. In addition, by protecting local water resources, implementing anaerobic digesters on livestock facilities improves soil health. Adding digestate to soil increases the organic matter content. We're talking about poop here. I think we're talking about poop. Reduces the need for chemical fertilizers, improves plant growth, and alleviates soil compaction. Further, digestion converts nutrients in manure to a more accessible form for plants to use. The risk of water and soil contamination from flooding of open lagoons are also mitigated by digesters. Yeah. So, I mean, I guess I don't know if it's qualified to be the exact same thing, but I think it basically is. I think if you're recapturing methane and converting it into natural gas, then you are capturing carbon, right? And you are putting it into a storage, which would be the natural gas. So I think it basically qualifies as that. These guys, however, appear to be very interested in that. The firm also offers solutions and technology which together comprise a carbon capture plant and the downstream processing and management of carbon dioxide. It operates through the following segments: cement production, bio or waste to energy generation, gas power, and blue hydrogen. That sounds amazing. The company was founded in 1996 and is headquartered in Lysaker, Norway. Hey. Anyways, so there's that one. And then we got one more on this list, and that is going to be MXVDF. Another carbon streaming. In fact, this is the Carbon Streaming Corporation, isn't it? The same one, isn't it? We're just looking at that OR is also invested in, right? Yeah, this is the site. So this other stock here, this OR that does the mining and is getting into the carbon game is getting into the carbon game by, I'd assume, investing or some deals with here. We just mentioned it, but I already forgot because I'm trying to type at the same time. There we go. Ooh. By getting involved with these guys. Ooh. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. So something happens. And if it's been their same plan this whole time, it just doesn't go well. And it looks like the market's like, no, sorry, pal, it's not happening. Now, you could say that's for a variety of different things, but I mean, you can't even blame it on like the Republican reign that occurred because this is all under Obama, right? Up to what we got 2012 is way, you know, in here. I mean, it's not that big of a difference, really, right? Oh, it's just a blip on this. Then we get all the way, something happened. What happened here? This thing jumps 12, 13, 15, 17. Just nobody's trading it. Was it delisted? Is this previous chart going behind nothing and doesn't matter? What is the actual deal here? MXVDF. MXVDF. Let's go back in time. How far can we go back on the news? 2011. 2011, 2011, 2011, 2011. 2012. And then 2021. Wow. It's interesting. I'm sure it's not all the news, but it's interesting because it looks like this thing has been very dark. And then all of a sudden, someone has awoken the beast again. Now, the problem is, if this is correct, that there's a lot of people that have had this for a long time. But why would you sell? I mean, if you were anywhere here, 60, 70, I guess why? Because, I mean, you're talking 10, 20 years down the road, and all of a sudden this thing jumps up to, I don't know, 20, and 20 a share that you have is probably better than nothing when it's been just repeated losses for years. I don't know. I really couldn't tell you. But what I can say is that I kind of like it long term because look at that volume too. Wow. Man, Horse Rider turned us on to extremely like what do you call it? Ooh, potential black swan. Second. Yeah, we're talking right here. He tells us about it and this thing just drops. What the heck, man? Thought we were gonna buy it so you could sell off all your shares. What was it at? It was at 5. It dropped down to 250. Okay, so what are we looking at here? We're looking at the OR one is also involved in these guys out of nowhere. That's probably the news that causes this thing to wake back up. But why are they involved in it if not for some of the reason that we are not aware of at the moment? And has that reason been brought to light yet? If it hasn't, I don't know. I mean, it seems like it has a lot of potential. It didn't lose anything for COVID. Wait, did it? Nope. Didn't even care. Didn't even exist, basically. Interesting. Now that's the fear, of course. This thing gets back down to the below $1 range here. About to get delisted if it wasn't already. It's OTC stock. It's already scary. It's even more scary now. But it is interesting. I think it is a conspiracy. All right, let's see. Carbon credits. Okay, now we're on to something exciting. Hold on. We have covered this company before, I believe. Pretty sure. Not too long ago. My predictions have been incorrect, as they often are. But the reason why we're talking about this is the M4000. So I found this to be very interesting. Now, not that. What is that? Trying to sell me video cards. Here we go. I'd like to find the one that's directly on their site so we don't have to worry about any nonsense. There we go. This is the M4000.
With one wheel's
and the news on the M4000 should probably bring up to put this into context, right? Vuzi. Shares spike up because of the M4000 sunglasses. Verizon's 5G built right nationwide commercial. Oh, so they're in the commercial? That would happen?
Nobody builds 5G like Verizon builds 5G. Thousands of engineers.
We just got rid of Verizon too, or I did. Where are the glasses at? Oh, they're wearing them. Those are the M4000s. Ooh, go back to that. Right? Just happened there. So, anyone who's ever had to go into like a warehouse and get some stuff, man, that could be a pain in the butt. So, I guess the real question is are wearing these glasses more of a pain in the butt? So, this is a Verizon commercial, and it showcases these. And it wasn't just that. That's not the only news that John Deere is going to be getting a bunch of these things. And let's take a look.
The Vuzix M4000 smart glasses are a breakthrough in wearable tech that brings the power of the cloud into your view. With the Vuzix M4000, your business will work smarter, work safer, and be more productive. The M4000 is the next generation of smart glasses with a see-through display that enables a hands-free experience not possible with handheld scanners, wearables, tablets, or smartphones. The unobstructed field of view, versatile mounting, and improved battery options enable a safer way to work in any environment. Built-in GPS, head-mounted sensors, microphones, speakers, and a 4K video camera let you share what you see with others in real time. improved audio and noise cancellation enable enhanced experiences in remote service, repair, and monitoring. In your view, display precise work instructions.
Next.
With your work in hand, ensure all required steps are strictly followed with clear text, illustrations, and videos, resulting in higher quality manufacturing. The M4000 runs on the latest version of Android, making it compatible with many existing enterprise solutions and easy to build custom apps that transform how you work. Vuzix M4000 smart glasses. Work smarter, work safer, and be more productive.
Okay. So that is why we're looking at Vuzi. And you know, them having it show up in a Verizon commercial, them having the deal with John Deere, and just the fact that I drew lines saying that it should go up a while ago and it hasn't gone up yet, so it should because I drew the lines, and so that's what happens after you draw the lines. That, and it reminds me of something that I expected to see a long time ago, and that is this guy right here, Pranav Mistry. So this guy creates this device at MIT and calls it 6 Sense. And let's see if we can find, there's no videos, of course. Press coverage, it's not by address, but there's his email, pranav@mit.edu or pranavmystery.com. This guy takes, so if you take a look at that M4000 and then you look at the 6, how would you, it's probably the best way. Nine years ago, 11 years ago, is there anything in the last year? Looks like somebody just talking about it, so I don't trust any of this. I'm just going to go back to this. The TED Talk demonstration's probably going to be the best explanation. It's really long and drawn out, but it shows you some stuff that it wouldn't be too far-fetched to see incorporated in the M4000. It's pretty old, so that's just how it goes, guys. Let's see if we can. Can't even see this. It's useless video. Which one was that? One above it, I think. Okay, here we go. So there were some things that he had going on that the technology just wasn't there yet. So you actually had to wear these marker caps on your fingers that were different colors. Let's see if they show some of the cool stuff. Blocks. There we go. So see, he's got the little marker caps on, and that was how it was able to distinguish. This is a while ago. You gotta understand. We're talking 2012. I don't even know if it was actually filmed in 2012, but some of the cool things that he was able to do with his headset, other than the fact of reading labels, same thing that they were doing, was some stuff like this. This is very interesting, where you could actually snag a piece of something and that would give you additional information, like how many stars it has on the New York Times bestseller, and maybe a small caption of that. Looking at the newspaper and having the live numbers show up. Let's see, there was some other interesting. This is Okay, so they're playing a game with the projection. See, it's got a projector on it. It wasn't just glasses. It was a set. It was a projector attached to this. So very similar, though. You just wouldn't be able to play that or just project a movie onto a piece of paper with bad quality. Why would you? This was an interesting way to be able to use this as a keyboard. But some of the stuff that was nice is popping up something where you could actually do it and then print it or slide it into your computer. Or the most impressive thing that this isn't showing, but it was utilizing facial recognition to spot people and pull up their can't remember exactly, but one way you could do it is like a reverse Google search image and pull up somebody and then pull all their socials up on them. And so when you're going to see somebody, you actually see, here's the person's name, they like this type of book, whatever their public profile says about them, and you can add them or do whatever. So it's interesting tech, and so that's why Vuzi, because I know that the tech is going to take over augmented reality. So augmented reality is inevitable, right? In general, we already have it in a lot of respects with heads-up displays on vehicles, and it's getting more and more, and we kind of have it with the phones, but grabbing your phone and like pulling it around and looking at stuff doesn't seem to be the way. Google was onto something with Google Glass. Vuzi's definitely onto something. So far, it has not come about, but they're starting to show it in like the Verizon thing, because look, you got an option. Go with a regular human being to get the job, or eventually get yourself a robot. And the in between getting the robot and before you're able to get the robot, and even after the robots are available, some circumstances, it'll be better to have a human that has augmented reality. So we always thought it was going to be like implants and stuff, and we'd become cyborgs that way, but it's not. We're cyborgs the same way we got our cell phone. It's just going to be glasses or a projector, something along the lines of that. And it looks like Vuzi's probably got it right, the glasses. I think Google had it right too. They just went about it the wrong way. Everyone's trying to make this whole social thing, and there's privacy concerns and cameras recording, but I think now it's a different time now. It's a different time, and everybody's recording everything. So I wouldn't be surprised to see these things come about and become a little bit more popular. Not in people walking around the streets of Manhattan wearing them, for the reason of trying to add people on social media sites, but for the same thing that you saw in the Verizon commercial, for people using them in warehouse and stocking and applications where it's actually going to be useful and cost effective to use them. So that is Vuzi, and that's why we're looking at that. Now, I like this one. What happened to this? Let me take a look and make sure I did not mess this up. I think I did. Nope, I didn't. Oh, good. Okay. Now we have PACX. Now, I don't like SPACs for a variety of reasons. Mainly because I started getting interested in SPACs when all the SPACs died. The day the SPACs died. But this one is interesting. It's stayed around its $10 range. Let's see, $9.55, $10.29, $10.20, $10.10. I mean, it's stayed here, and it's not profitable, but that doesn't matter at the moment because it hasn't merged yet. Blank Check Company. It is going to be merging with this company right here. Well, it's rumored to, so I don't think that this, I don't think that it's a guarantee. Let's just double check real quick in the news and make sure we're not spreading false information about things like we commonly do. Law firm announces an investigation. They're on a list of Things being investigated. Okay. This contact a law firm. Okay, so they're involved. So they must been involved in the Archegos thing to some degree. Pioneer Merger Corp, active stake, SPAC recap this week. Street. So Acorn agrees to SPAC deal with Pioneer Merger May 27th, 2.2 billion valuation. So as long as it goes through, which it's looking like it's going to, I guess depends on how it's going to go through, but they're teaming up with this. There we go. Pretty sure it's this company right here. SoFi, One Main Financial. Yes, so I believe it is this company, Pole Barn Financing. That's real popular last couple of years. Portable building financing, horse barn financing. Wow, okay. So financing app, homeowners, contractors, e-commerce, and they are going to be signing up as Oaks is going to be the ticker, OAKS, because Acorn, Oaks. Anyways, I think it's interesting. I think that there's a good possibility that this thing goes higher than 10 when it goes out. I guess a lot of things, it's dependent on a lot of different things. It's not the greatest, but not the worst looking site. The only thing that really matters, I think, on this is, are they getting business?
Before Acorn Finance, I was...
Jeez. So they got this off Fiverr. So they're definitely not spending their money on marketing, which could be a bad thing. But maybe. Yeah, okay. So they help you get financing, which is great. Especially considering the fact that people need financing. So, and they're merging with this SPAC right here. And so when this merger goes through, what is going to happen to the stock? Is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? How long is it going to take to go through? Is it going to get any traction in the meantime? Is it going to get any news? Does anybody care about it at all? Is it going to continue to drop right now? It looks like it kind of wants to, or is it going to take off and get us up to a couple bucks, you know? Shouldn't be too tough. It just got some interest recently, and that interest looked great, but it doesn't look bad. I'm interested in it, and I will be keeping an eye on it because I think that there's a good potential. Now, another thing that I wanted to cover, but there's no direct stock on it, but it is what I am currently taking a look at, is the 59 banned Chinese defense and tech companies. So Joe Biden jumps in here, and Trump already banned like a bunch of companies from China, and then Biden comes in and is like, I'm banning even more. So you're not allowed to invest in these companies. And from what I understand, a lot of them weren't able to invest in anyways. At least I'm not able to invest in. There's a lot of different rules involved in it. And you don't know what the repercussions of this is going to be. It could just be posturing from Biden, but I don't think so. I don't think that it is. I think that there are some companies on our side of the Great Pond, I guess, that stand to benefit from this. And so we're talking about aerospace, electronics technology, nuclear power corporation, marine information. I mean, this is a lot of war machine type stuff, railway construction. So I don't know. It's Space Satellites, Panda Express, Panda Electronics Company. There's no Panda Express in there, just Panda Electronics. Rocket Technology, Hawaii. Owner Control, Chinese Communications, Chinese Electronics Corporation, Mobile Telecom, Unicom. So there's a pretty big list, and I don't know. I don't know where it what benefits. My first reaction was that in combination with the Jeff Bezos news, and the fact that Virgin Galactic should probably see some type of bump. That's I think the general consensus after Jeff Bezos says he's gonna like shoot himself into space or some nonsense. And so everyone's like, well, Richard Branson's gonna do that too, I guess. So let's buy some space stocks since you can't really buy Blue Origin, and I don't know if buying Amazon really matters for that, other than helping him get to where he needs to go. So, but you can buy space. So picked up a little bit of space just in case, and thought, hey, with these companies being banned, and a lot of them seem to be in that general arena, I guess, maybe space is a good play. Back to RTX again. It got me looking at RTX, thinking maybe that is potentially a good play, but you can't really tell, or at least I can't. But I feel like there's something there. There's something there. Just not 100% sure what it is. I guess the real question is going to be, of all these companies that are on this list, which one of these companies were Americans or American institutions able to invest in previously that now they are not, that will take that same money and try and put it in the same sector? And it's not even guaranteed, but and then who's in that sector? And I guess sector is not the right word because everything's way too damn broad. But I guess if you were to separate it from, rocket, propulsion, probably cybersecurity is involved in this, power, communications, and then just taking a look and seeing who's gonna benefit from that. And then it would have to be probably someone that they either already have invested in and they'd be switching their funds in that direction, or somebody who they haven't, because that's why they were in a Chinese investment rather than an American investment at the time, because they didn't like any of the ones that were currently there. And so I don't know. There's something to it. More research is needed. I'll probably try and remember to follow up with that. I probably try and remember. I don't know. But there's something there. I will be looking into it further. And like I said, I think the solution is finding out which one of these 59 companies, or many we can find, the 59 companies that were already being invested in by American institutional money. So who are the big funds that were already investing in these, and now that they are no longer able to invest in those, I mean, who knows where they're going to put those funds now, but I would like to assume, that it might be a reasonable idea to think that they would, if somebody was involved in North Navigation Control and Technology, might be able to think, and I'm not saying that that is one that they were able to do. No, we got to go over to in the news feed, and then we would just go here and type in navigation. Not a ticker, I know that. And then take a look at who the companies are that are involved in, the similar. It even make more sense to go in and find out what it is they're actually doing at that company, and then find out who those similar companies are on our side that you can invest in, and maybe there's something from that. I don't think it'll be a lot. I don't think it's gonna, be a huge, rock the boat kind of thing, but maybe for one it is. I don't know. We'll see. All right, next. Oh, this is a tough one. I hate to bring this up, but coming back over Ride and just for a short period, and that's because they shows their earnings here. I guess there was some news that they were potentially in some trouble for not disclosing information. The SEC is like, you gotta tell us. Trish, social media. Delinquency related to late filing of the 10Q. Company has until July 27th to file the 10Q or submit plan to regain compliance. So they're supposed to be given some information, some public information, being publicly traded, and they have not done that. And because they haven't, they're facing, I guess, potentially being delisted or at least a fine or some nonsense. I don't know. I mean, this could be argued a million different ways, and people love this stock. And I mean, I love the story. I love the story of who they are, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like the fact they didn't make it through the Santa Fe 250 or whatever it was. That just still, makes me super bitter. I don't like many things about what's going on. I don't like the way the chart looks right now. I mean, it's right back to here almost, and it did so much wild nonsense, and man, it's just, and now they got the SEC stuff going on. It's like, okay, sure, maybe I miss out on a great headwind for Ride, but I'm gonna be missing out on anything that happens with this company, I think. Then again, I say this today and tomorrow, I could see a really killer meme for Lordstown Motors tomorrow. That's like, F the FCC or the SEC or some nonsense. And, maybe then I'm like, ooh, I like it now. But in the meantime, no, that's just going to be a no. And then we got one last one that I wanted to make sure we covered. This is, I'm sure everyone else has already covered this today. I really wanted to bring this one up for Papa Bear because it fits right back in what we were talking about with the curing of the cancer. And now we got one that I guess it's not curing Alzheimer's, but it's made like some really good the most lucrative product in pharmaceutical history. Wow, that's a statement. 2:30 power lunch. It got its Alzheimer drug approval. So we're probably day or the after hours. Positive results from phase 3 of batch 1806. Today announced results from the phase 3 study of BAT 1806, a proposed biosimilar referencing Actemra, Actemra, tocilizumab. The study met its primary endpoints, demonstrating equivalence to the reference medicine patients with moderate to severe rheumatoid. I should know how to say this word because they hear it on the TV all the time in the commercials. I don't watch so many commercials, but whenever there's a commercial on, it's about rheumatoid arthritis. Inadequately controlled by methotrexate therapy. The primary endpoint in the study was the American College of Rheumatology 20% response criteria. So this is all Greek to me. It's bio. I don't like bio whatsoever, but huge news. They're not able to cure Alzheimer's, but they got approval for something that does like really good stuff for Alzheimer's. This is the worst due diligence on this company we'll ever find, because just don't want to read about a bunch of medical things. But I did like that because I heard about it after it was like way up here. Thankfully, didn't chase, but that's the day that this stock had from that news. That's what biotechs do. Look at this. I mean, this thing closes yesterday, 286 or whatever, and I mean, it's sitting at 395, and then it closed afterward, or closed at 395, and then dropped a little bit afterward. This thing was halted. It just an insane, pretty sure it got halted, right? An insane ride for these guys today. This would have been an insane ride. Anyone who had been holding this thing for a while, 200 range, doubles up almost, and then it starts its descent, and it didn't descend too far. This thing is still way above where it was. So congratulations if you were in this. Biogen Inc. is a pharmaceutical company which engages in discovering, developing, and delivering therapies for neurological and neurodegenerative diseases. It offers Tecfidera, Vumerity, Avonex, Tegrity, Tysabri, and Fampyra for the treatment of multiple sclerosis, which is another word I can't say. Spinraza for the treatment of spinal muscular atrophy, and Fumaderm for the treatment of severe plaque psoriasis. The company was founded by Charles Weissman, Heinz Shaler, Kenneth Murray, Walter Gilbert, and Philip Allen Sharp in 1978, and is headquartered in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Another word I can't say, Massachusetts. Yeah, so that's this company. I keep an eye on it. And it just looks like they're curing everything. It's only a matter of time until they cure everything. And so, man, I guess maybe I gotta get some biotech stock so that I can save up enough money to live forever, because gains like that. The only other thing I could do is get into Clean Energy Fuels Corporation and cross my fingers and hope the apes bring me to the promised land, right? So that is the stream for today. Cutting it a little bit short because it's just me, and even though if Papa Bear had been here, I probably would have done all the talking and talked over him the entire time anyways, but without him, I'm not talking over anybody, so I've probably talked long enough. Just a friendly reminder, the things that we covered today was CLNE, brought to you by the Wall Street Bets crowd. BlackBerry involved as well, just as a memory as to why I got here. I'm still holding both of these. A little bit of talk about meme stocks, and what really matters in a meme stock is, I guess, traction of the crowd, and the best way to get the crowd amped is with a really nice meme. Is a meme stock, after all, stonk. We talked about Boone Pickens and Andrew Littlefair, who one founded it, and the other one, Boone Pickens, is the CEO and president, one of the two, or both. And Andrew Littlefair, I guess, is the guy founded it, or vice versa. I don't know. All I know is their names are amazing. And if you don't agree with that, then I can't help you. We talked about hooker furniture, because I think it's important that, there's some things that we cover and some things that we don't, but I feel like everybody deserves, some comfortable hooker furniture, and it's classy too. If you take a look at it, like they themselves say that they specialize in classy occasional furniture. We talked about carbon credits and a few different companies involved in that, carbon streaming, and how that is most likely going to be a thing that we are all going to be talking about soon enough. And if it's not, maybe we're all talking about it because I shouldn't have been talking about it in the first place, and that's going to be the conversation. Anybody who got involved made a mistake, ha 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 ha. Or maybe it's going to be anybody who didn't get involved when they first heard about it lost out, ha ha ha. Both of those, I'd probably be on the laughing end of. Other than the CLNE, unless I guess you consider that to be part of that, but I won't stay long enough for that to probably matter. We talked about Vuzi, the M4000, and Verizon, and how they got a chance to show off their super awesome augmented virtual reality glasses in a Verizon commercial and strike a deal, I guess, with John Deere or somebody, and they're putting them in tractors. Who knows? Didn't look into it enough. My due diligence is very subpar. If there's not a meme involved, I don't know. I can't really read between the lines on actual words. We talked about Acorns turning into Oaks and the PACX SPAC and how that merger is hopefully going to go through and very promising for my account balance. We talked about the 59 companies that Biden has said no to that are out of China because he's got a hard stance against China by telling American investors that there's 59 companies that they can't invest in, that most of them, my understanding is, we couldn't have invested in the first place. So really seems like posturing, but my guess is out of that basket, there is maybe a couple that that we could have. And so some money may change hands based off of that. The question is which one is it and which ones are they and how do we get to them? We also talked about Ride. And if they don't get with the program and follow what the SEC says or the New York Stock Exchange or whoever it is they're involved in, if they don't do what the big bosses tell them to do, they are going to be on the floor. And no, removed from the floor. So they'll be delisted. So they better get with the program. Oh, look at that. While we were talking, it got destroyed. No matter. Doesn't matter. It's nothing. Just following the natural progression of the moon. We also talked about BIIB and their Alzheimer's treatment. Well, really, we talked about the fact that there was a really fat candle leading up to it, and it had something to do with Alzheimer's, but you know what I mean. So, thank you all for watching, and I think I might have made it through with like the least amount of curse words I have ever said, if I even said one. I mean, I did say hooker, but I don't think that that's a curse word. No, I'm allowed to say that. It's their name, right? And thanks for tuning in. Peace.